God, I've never seen a bank statement more depressing than this. I've been totaling up my expenses for the month, just making sure I have enough of the essentials, but this isn't adding up. Short answer, I'm broke. Long answer, I'm broke. But I still want to keep playing video games. So I have two realistic options. I could look for games with great value, either compilations or games on sale. Or I could dance for money. You know what, screw it, I'm just going to use download play.
There are very few things guaranteed in life, but at least one of your friends playing as the shy guy in the game of Mario Kart DS is probably one of them. Download Play was a way for the DS and 3DS family of consoles to receive game data temporarily, usually in the form of a limited version of the game itself. The person who was fortunate enough to actually own the cartridge would have the option to open a Download Play lobby, and their cheapskate friends could then join them using the Download Play menu on their DS. Consider it a wireless demo disc, only this demo disc only contains one game. And that game is a ridiculously reduced version of Mario Kart.
One Download Play, please.
Coming right up.
I mean, it's understandable why these get so cut down. The DS can only handle so much. You try and run a 3D game on this thing and it starts getting the sweats. I've been using Mario Kart as an example throughout this, and for good reason, because Mario Kart DS's predecessor, Super Circuit, was doing download play before it was cool. By connecting your Game Boy Advance's through link cable, you could use single pack link, letting up to 4 users share a single copy of Super Circuit. And to think my mum told me to never share needles. Now allow me to demonstrate the content available using single pack link. Yeah, I don't have a GBA or a link cable to demonstrate single pack link, but by looking at cave paintings of the ancient times known as 2001, we can decipher that it worked the exact same as download play, just with 200% more cable. Your friends could play Super Circuit with you, but only on select tracks, which makes sense considering the hardware limitations of the GBA. So with the DS, it was onwards and upwards. With the removal of cables, we can do the exact same thing as before.
What the hell is this? Cut content?
Not gonna lie, even if I'm bound eternally to the Shy Guy character for my entire play session, download play is such a nice feature to have in just about every game that supports it. The fact that I can do a wireless Mario Party with friends, or a Mario Kart session with my friends using only one cartridge, I mean, it's just perfect for forcing them into playing with me.
No, your parents are coming to pick you up. Come on, just hit download play. Enter my lobby, dude. Come on, your parents are picking you up. Stop crying. Hit download play.
There was a surprising amount of utilisation for this feature that was probably a bitch and a half to implement. I've already mentioned Mario Kart DS enough times to count as a lethal dose, so I'll just brush over these features quickly. You can play a select few racing and battle mode courses locally, and we're limited to only playing a Shy Guy, which is probably the most fitting character to use for a feature like download play. Look at him, doesn't he look so anonymous? Though thinking about it, if there's anyone anonymous in your local wireless play session, you should probably call the police.
I think there's someone in my back garden.
Mario Party DS somehow defies all logic and becomes pretty much an identical experience to having 2 or more cartridges. And Mario Party DS itself is just fun. It's Mario Party the way God intended, with all 4 players ruining lifelong friendships while playing. I just wish I had someone to play it with though. All my Mario Party friends abandoned me a while ago and I had to execute my hostage.
God, why does no one want to be around me?
Of course, I'm gonna have to mention these Super Mario Bros. While you can't do true co-op multiplayer wirelessly, even with an extra copy of the game, you can play a side mode called Mario vs Luigi. This is real fun, though I would have much preferred a true co-op mode for the main Mario game, but it's all made up for thanks to the 4-player minigames. 1 cartridge, 4 DS's, 1 person, and 1 crate of beer will lead you to the time of your life. But I think undoubtedly the best feature of download play has to be through the Wii's Nintendo channel. Let me just fire it up on my Wii.
Okay, I try and re-download it for the eShop, but I'm 90% sure there's already been an apocalypse over that. I don't want to go through that again.
There was a lot of stuff I didn't use as a kid. The Wii's backwards compatibility with the GameCube, the Nintendo channel, toothpaste, and I can say with absolute certainty that my life would be better if I had used any of those things.
I have 7 fillings.
The Nintendo channel was host to a variety of features, but the coolest was the downloadable demos for your DS. Your Wii could act as the host of your download play lobby and transfer a demo for an upcoming game onto your handheld, just like how other games can transfer a rundown version of themselves onto your system temporarily. Ultimately, the demos run out if your DS or Wii is turned off, which makes this feature a lost media graveyard. I think the most famous example is the lost Pokemon fishing game, Asari Taikai. It was only available as a temporary Japanese theme park in 2005 through the park's own DS download play stations. The game had players visit a river and fish for water-type Pokemon. We're really pushing the DS here. Because of the limits of download play, the game was deleted from system memory after 12 hours, or whenever the user shuts down their DS. Since no one seems to have made a ROM dump of the game, and it's been a lot longer since 12 hours since the Pokepark shut down, the game is considered lost to time. Now, lost media sucks for everyone involved. The creators of the game can't have anyone appreciate their work, and no one else can actually play the game. But to be honest, I think there are bigger losses in world history than Asari Taikai.
I'm just looking into this now. Did you know the whole Library of Alexandria burned down? Imagine all the download play demos that could have been lost in there.
It's a real shame that Nintendo doesn't offer anything similar to this on the Wii U or Switch. I would have really enjoyed some demos of full games to try. Oh. Right. The Nintendo Channel aspect of the feature may have been replaced by actual downloadable demos on the Switch, but the ability to play local multiplayer with just one cartridge? There's no replacing that. I mean, the console has to download the entire game through local wireless. You're definitely not getting that with a game like 8 Deluxe.
Alright, that should be set up. I'm gonna go start a family while I wait.
The feature would make a return on the DS, but the only notable addition being backwards compatibility with download play on the DS. In fact, I'd say the 3DS started to mark the end of download play as a whole. New Super Mario Bros. 2 added true co-op to the main story mode, but it required a separate cartridge to play. In fact, there's no download play mode here, not even a selection of minigames to play. Am I exaggerating a little here? Maybe. I mean, Mario Kart 7 still had the exact same download play features as Mario Kart DS, but there's still undoubtedly less download play titles on the 3DS, which is sad to see. It was definitely because 3DS games were usually far, far bigger than DS games, and transferring demos from a home console was replaced by just downloading them from the 3DS's own eShop. But I still love the idea of download play, so to see it fade away like this, it definitely puts some kind of frown on my face.
Overall, download play is definitely a nostalgic feature of the DS and 3DS for me. One that has actual use cases. Just none that are particularly useful in this day and age. Be realistic here, you're not downloading New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe on local wireless. The local multiplayer aspect would just never work in this day and age. And using a home console to download demos onto your handheld? I mean, don't be stupid. This leaves me being somewhat conflicted on download play. I'd love to sit here and say I'd have it back in a heartbeat, but gaming has come a long way since the DS and 3DS era, and I dare say it's not needed anymore. Still, looking back on it was a pretty fun time. May as well check to see if anyone's offering up any download play lobbies for me.